And we're back. Okay. Let's see. Oh. Jimmy, Caddy, or Waleed? I'm gonna go with Caddy first. Caddy's great. I decided to approach Caddy next. I didn't know him very well, but the few times I interacted with him, he was always nice, friendly, and approachable. Oh, mate. Good morning. Yeah, for me it's 3 in the afternoon. For my girlfriend it's 11 at night. So. Well, by the way, if you didn't know that yet, Mia is my girlfriend. Always nice, friendly, and approachable. To be honest, he seemed like the most sane and together member of the group, despite being one of the younger members. He seemed like he always knew exactly where he was headed. So maybe he'd know how to help Ian. I searched for him across campus and I caught him just as he was walking into Bluebell House.
Hey!
Caddy! He turned around, shoving an arm behind his back as he did so.
Hello.
Well, Hannah, hello there. To what do I owe the pleasure on such a fine day? What are you holding?
This is just like a normal conversation.
Okay, thank you, Caddy. Nothing, absolutely nothing. I'm just doing an arm stretching exercise. But now that I've started, I can't stop for the next 5 minutes. So sorry if it's disturbing you. No, I guess it's fine. As he stood there eyeing me, I found myself questioning whether he really was the more sane member of the group. What exactly was he up to? Well, if you don't need anything, I'll just be going. Alright, I came to ask you for help. Can you do me a favor?
Yeah, right.
Anything within reason, my dear Hannah.
Well...
See, it's about Ian. In an instant, Caddy's entire demeanor changed. He glared at me. Moosey, what about him? Moosey? He always calls me James, and he knows it. I don't prefer it, so I'm calling him Moosey. Why on earth would he call you James? Caddy sighed. That's my name. Caddy is derived from my last name, but nobody ever calls me James, so don't go starting it now. Huh. Why did so many of these boys have hidden names? Yeah, why? Anyways, Ian seems pretty sad recently, and so I wanted to find some way to cheer him up. But I don't know what's wrong. Probably there's nothing wrong. He's probably just unhappy because I finally found a way to utterly defeat him. You what? Ha! Ha! Ha ha! Caddy revealed what he'd been hiding behind his back. A gun. Oh my god! Isn't it great? I went to America for a winter holiday. It's so easy to get guns over there. Wow. I stepped back from him and he waved the gun through the air in surrender. No, don't worry, Hannah. First of all, it's a laser gun. And second of all, I'm not going to hurt you. Not going to hurt you. You've always called me by my right name. And you don't have the same history Moosey and I do. What history? Kenny looks darkly into the distance. There have been times. Let's just say this is something that goes back. Way back. Perfect time for your internet to give out. Aw, that's shit. That's too bad. It's so unfortunate. He's a great guy, by all means. I even like him. But this rivalry is a beast of its own. It must be taken care of. He must be taken care of. You understand, right, Hannah? Are you going to kill him? No, not kill him. Why would it? Why? I would never kill anyone. But this isn't the gun I use for salvaging. I tell you that. I felt weak on my feet. My head swam. I started to back away slowly on my hands held up in surrender. No, this is the gun I use for slaughtering. I'm sure I can find some way to use it to my advantage. I'm sure in the end it will all work out. And then our rivalry will finally be over. We can all rest once again in absolute peace. As Caddy continued his insane babble, I slowly stepped out of Bluebell House. Then, I ran. Why were these Hidden Blood guys so insane? Who dropped them all on their heads when they were kids? There was absolutely no way I was ever going to be able to help Ian. But then again, the image of Ian staring sadly up into the night sky popped into my head again. If Ian really was such a lonely loner, didn't he need somebody to look out for him? To reach out for him? I have to keep trying. For Ian. But then, who should I try next? Jimmy or Waleed? I'm gonna go Jimmy. Jimmy seemed like an intelligent, funny, sociable sort. He'd been good to talk to. He probably knew a lot about all the Hidden Block guys. So maybe he already talked to Ian and knew what was wrong. It wouldn't hurt to check. We need more info. Yeah, we do. I walked through campus, heading for the cafeteria. Jimmy was probably there, meeting with the other students too. I knew it. With these two energies, I will now evolve my Carmeleon into a Charizard. Is that a Pokemon cross Chara pun? You didn't watch Kid Icarus when you first played through, so you were terrified? I've been watching his stuff since he had like 1,000 subscribers or something. His stuff was great, and it still is. You thought he was literally gonna shoot someone? With these two energies, I will now evolve my Carmeleon into a Charizard. And use Flamethrower on your Eve.
Oh, yes.
Sorry about that. Looks like I win. Kakusu, the student he was playing against, shuddered. I could tell she was maybe feeling disappointment about what happened, but eventually she shook her head and began gathering up her cards. It's Nokamon.
Hey!
Jimmy! Seizing my chance, I approached.
Hana!
You're not looking for a match, are you? I frowned at the way he said it. The implication was that he would definitely beat me, and that he did not want to have to deal with the fallout. No, but I bet I would kick your butt. He gave me a look. Okay, maybe not. Can I talk to you about something? He glanced at the student gathering around him. Let's take a break, everyone. I'm gonna go help my friend. A few groans mingled with girls cooing. He motioned me over to a corner of the cafeteria, away from the rest of the students. A group of first years watched us as we went, and I felt a little uncomfortable. They aren't going to get mad at me for talking to you, are they? No, of course not. Of course not. That knot is not a Jimmy knot. Can't wait for Sun and Moon to come out. You're picking the grass star. Yeah, Rowlet. High five. Sort of. No, of course not. My people are the nicest bunch you could ever find. Just the other day, Pachi gave me a whole family size of carton and macaroni. Family-sized carton of macaroni and cheese he found on the side of the road. Right then. Well, what do you need? I'm ready. It's about Ian. Have you noticed that he seems a little sad recently?
Really?
Did he? He stared up at the ceiling, then nodded. I guess he did. I wonder why. So you don't know? The disappointment must have been plain on my face, because Jimmy ducked his head. I don't. Sorry. Ian's such a great guy, though. He's got such great ideas all the time, for everything. Luke might know. Luke messes with him all the time.
No!
I'm not talking to Luke again! Have you talked to Jeff? I have, but Jeff usually knows what to do. I'm sure he'll do something about it if you tell him. Caddy, too. Him and Ian like to pretend they don't get along, but they're the best of friends deep down. And Caddy is basically the nicest person you'll ever meet. I guess Wally might know too. Wally was one of the was the one who initially had the idea to bring us all together. My people are the nicest. No, his fan base is pretty nice. Oh, okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, I have not had bad experiences with his fan base yet, so yeah, I have to agree. Isn't all it's cracked up to be?
Really?
It was Wally who did. Wait, what's the one who initially had the idea to bring us all together? So
Really?
it was Wally who did that? Yep, me and him. But it was him who first approached me about it. Back in those days, we were all just isolated nerds who played games. Without Wally, I'm not sure I would ever thought about it. The Hidden Block Club wouldn't be a thing. And I'd have missed out on having all these great friends. Honestly, I felt like we were all in place where you could... I feel like we were all in a place where we could use... He trailed off, gazing into the distance. I'm glad we found each other. I don't know what I would have done without them. Aw, Jimmy! Yeah, don't give me any of that. Why don't you go ask one of the others for help? I've got to finish up here. I smiled at him. Thanks, Jimmy, you're a really great friend. Jimmy flushed and made a motion as if to protest, but I walked away before I gave him the chance. Okay, who do next? Wally was just the guy to go to when you needed help. Sure, he could be a little klutzy, but it was kind of cute. Like watching your dad try to do your hair. Okay? I giggled, yes, exactly like that. I found Wally in, of all places, the nurse's office. He was casually chatting with Creeps, Mr. McPasta, completely at ease despite the man's terrifying aura. Creeps looked at me and the shiver ran down my spine. Hana! What are you doing here? What are you doing here? Are you sick or something? Nope, I had a question about the anatomy of the alien that was found creeping on this one spaceship.
What?
The what? Creeps smiled at me. You heard nothing. Heep! Heep! Yes, sir! Wally, could you come with me for a second? I need your help with something. Why, sure, Hana. Cheerful as ever, Waleed slid out of his chair and stepped outside the office. I bowed politely to Creeps, who just looked at me. You know, there's no reason to be afraid of me. I think cats are adorable, just like everyone else. Okay. Bye. I quietly left the room and slipped the door closed behind me. Are you one of those people who is afraid of him? He's a really nice guy. You should have a conversation with him. He's lived a fascinating life. He's got this insane collection of spider pictures. No, thank you! If you say so. Well, he was so friendly he could probably make friends with anybody. I was shocked he wasn't some kind of public speaker, rallying the masses behind his agreeable demeanor and ever-happy face. So, what do you need? Oh, right. So Ian has seemed a little bummed lately. And I want to see if you knew how we could help him. Bummed, huh? This happens every once in a while. It does? No one else noticed. Well, when the club started, we were a group of friends who just wanted to go hang out and play games in a way that could get past school rules. Of course you were. But eventually it turned out into a gaming club, and we realized we stood a chance against Normal Boots Club, the prevailing tournament team in the area. They kind of chilled out about tournaments at the time. I don't think they were even going to enter that year, but when we started seriously considering it, they revived themselves like they used a Mega Phoenix. I don't understand. Well... Point being, we heard about some guy who went by Brutal Moose at these tournaments. Always entered by himself, but ended up winning two or more of the categories. Turned out he was a student at the school, but no one had ever heard of him. He was a loner and liked to fly under the radar. I'm not really sure he had many friends. He was kind of intimidating because, I mean, you know how he is, all blunt and rough, but he's all unicorns and putting on pudding on the inside. So we asked him to join, and he, of course, turned us down at first. Didn't think banding together would really pan out in the long run, though we'd all get sick of each other. But you know us, given our personalities, there was no way we'd let him walk away. He smiled broadly, as if something was funny, and I'm sure it was to him, but to me it just sounded terrifying. No wonder you always looked so annoyed, which means that if Ian's all pouty, he's just being alone. Okay. Which means that if Ian's all pouty, he's just being a lonely Lauren, and we've got to give him some love. I doubt he'd really want any. And would that fix it? But regardless, Wally was a really sweet guy. I smiled. So how should we go about doing that? I don't know. Really? Nope. Well, that was a bust.
Hey!
Hey guys, I was looking all over for you. What are you doing outside of the nurse's office? I was getting extra lessons from him.
Really?
From him? Really? Jeff gave Waleed a weird look, but Waleed either ignored it or didn't even pick up on it. Well, anyways, I've got a plan for how to make Ian feel better. But we'll need a bit of outside help. He looked at me expectantly. I groaned. Fine. What do you need me to do? Anything for Ian. It was time to show him some love. I stepped out into the field, heading straight for the tree where I asked Ian to do the festival. It was a calm, clear day. The wind gently rustled the branches overhead, and the faint smell of smoke was in the air, as if someone nearby was barbecuing. And as I approached the tree, I made out a form leaning against it. Ian was sleeping against the back of the tree, head slumped against his shoulder. I approached quietly and squatted down next to him. I wasn't trying to be creepy, but this was the most peaceful I'd ever seen him. It was hard to catch Ian when he didn't look displeased, mostly because Luke or Caddy or someone else was harassing him. But now he looked calm, even happy. I sighed. I hated to wake him up, especially when he was in this state, but I had a job to do. Hey! Hey! I poked him in the shoulder, to no response. Hey! I shook his shoulder roughly, to no avail. Oi! I shoved him. His head rolled up, then tilted over to the other shoulder. For the love of... Why are you such a heavy sleeper, Ian? This time I basically tackled him, and he slid off the bark of the tree and onto the damp grass. Oh my god, wake up! Yes! What? He jerked up like I shot him with a taser and looked at me expectantly.
Hello?
Yes, hello? He blinked a few times as if noticing for the first time who I was.
Hana!
Oh. Hana. Why are you here? Why are you here? I want you to come with me for a second. I found something and I think it belongs to you, but it was kind of broken, so I didn't want to move it. Oh, great. He stretched himself, then crawled to his feet. I went from looking down at him to craning my neck just to make eye contact. Was there a particular reason the average height of the hidden block was somewhere above 6 feet? Come on, let's go. He shoveled onto the path back to campus, and I followed behind. There was a silence for a few seconds, but then I gathered my courage. Ian, has something been bothering you? What? He glanced at me in surprise. I kept walking, not wanting to look at him lest he saw how red my face was. I guess so.
Really?
Really? Anything I can help you with?
Well,
I guess... I just wanted to say thank you for inviting me to the festival. Now it was my turn to stare at him. People don't really think to invite me to things all that much. To be fair, I don't go as often as I should, but still... I appreciate getting invited. I always appreciate being included in things.
Yeah!
I knew it! I pointed a trembling finger at him. I knew you were a softie deep down! You're a tsundere!
I don't know.
I don't know what that means. Point being, you're all mush inside. No, I'm not. I just care about people. I don't know why everybody thinks I'm mean. Well, come to think of it, why did I think he was mean? He just kind of gave up. He just kind of gave off that impression, I guess. We walked into Poppy Hall and circled around the ground floor. We're not heading to the club room, are we? No. We turned down the hall. Turned down the hall the club room was located in as I answered. We are. You are a terrible liar. Well, that's where the broken thing is. And what is this broken thing? My heart? He looked at me, then sighed. At least now I'm prepared for this. With that, Ian pulled open the door. Oh, yeah. Surprise! The various members of Hidden Block popped out from around the doorway, jazz hands aflare. Oh joy, a party. Not a party, a friendly gathering. All for you, to show you how much we care about you. Ian rolled his eyes and turned to me. I suppose you're in on this? Well,
Absolutely.
it was her idea to begin with, and we all rallied behind her. Why didn't you enjoy yourself? They did this all for you. I know you guys don't say it very much. My gaze slid over to Caddy, who looked as though he was edging toward the corner of the room to get a good shot.
Yeah.
But you all care a lot about each other. You're such good friends. Enjoy yourselves. Oh, I agree. Gross. Let's get this friendly gathering started. Ian grudgingly entered the door, which everyone took as an implicit agreement to the shenanigans that have followed. They say there's no party like a Hidden Block party. Do not let anybody tell you different. Waleed baked everybody individual cupcakes with their various faces on them. Caddy took offense at this, so Ian ate his cupcake to make it better. This led to an all-out war. Jeff, Ian, and Jimmy against Caddy, Luke, and Waleed. It was initially a friendly minigame competition, almost like a real-life game of Marionette Party. Everyone using desks as floor spaces. But then somebody took someone else's star. I don't even remember who it was anymore, but it was probably taken from Luke. And then Waleed landed on a Bower space, and now everybody started over from scratch. And then Ian got the next star after teleporting and switching places with Caddy. And then Caddy pulled an actual gun on Ian. Come here, Moosey! What the actual fuck? At some point, Waleed seemed to be wearing a magical girl uniform, and him and Luke were performing at the front of the classroom. I hid under a cupboard. I don't know what happened while I was in there, but I didn't come out until the banging and screaming stopped. The classroom was covered in paintball splatters, empty firework containers, and streamers. As I blinked in horrified shock, I realized they were still in the room. They had all gathered around her hairdryer and were roasting marshmallows over it. Here, Hana, I saved you one. Waleed held a stick out to me, and I crept slowly out like a wounded dog. So cute.
Hana.
So, Hana, we were talking. Wouldn't you rather join the Hidden Block Club instead of the Normal Boots Club? I mean, they're great and all, but here you'd have us. He reached his arms out, and the rest of the group collapsed in on him. What must have been the strangest group hug in known history. To be honest, I kind of liked the chaos. It was all over the place, and they flew by the seat of their pants constantly. But they were all great guys with big hearts, and their friends' best interests on their mind. Honestly, I will think about it. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah, we got Hana! I didn't say that! Too late, you basically agreed. We'll follow you to hell and back. You're one of us. No, I take it back! I regret my decision! There are no regrets in Hidden Block, only video games. Ian held his marshmallow up in the air, and the rest followed suit in a strange salute over the top of my head. To Hana, our newest member. To Hana! I sighed. I guess I have no choice.
Yay!
Hidden Block it is! And there was much rejoicing and many more s'mores. And guys, thank you. Wait, what? We lost her already? Christ! I must admit this is a little sad. A little? But I already made a jacket in her size. Okay, Jared, can't you do something about this? There are limits to the extent of my powers, and I'm not going to risk the revenge I suffer from those guys. So that's it then? Easy come, easy go. Ian, you haven't heard this. Ian, you haven't heard the last of this. Mark my words, I will have my revenge! That was not good for my throat. Not bad, to be honest. A chew. Yay, I'm black uniform. You okay? Yeah. Someone must be talking about you.
Really?
A superstition? Yeah, right. Come on, we've got a meeting today.
Yeah.
Right! And that was it. This route was pretty good, actually. Yeah, this was a lot of fun. It's short, but really great. Yeah, I really liked it. But it's just so funny. Do 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 do. And now we're gonna sit through these credits, and then I'm gonna take a break, and then we're gonna start Jock's route. That's gonna be great. Especially after all those good things I've heard about it. Fortunately, I do have my cup ready, so I think I'll wash it for This is all cushioning. Get ready. Do 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 do. BJ intro by Connor Klang. Jacques Trout. Gotta prepare mentally. Oh no, I can't even prepare mentally. I have no idea what's gonna happen. You recommend the game do Hana's voice at certain parts. Okay, so Hana is gonna get more voice acting for my voice's sake. Okay. Well, I'm gonna take a quick break now anyway, so...
Asagao Academy. Normal Boots Club.
Yeah! Okay. Let's see... One... Okay, this is silent. Good. Okay. Oh, whoops. Oh wait, did I not save? At like... Oh, whoops. What did I do? Discord, no. Load? Did I not? Eden Festival. Yes. I'm gonna... Okay. I'm gonna have to scroll back through this.
See you later.
Shit. Okay. Jacques Route is interesting though, to say the least. Okay. I'm gonna take a break. See you guys in a bit.